hot.
And in here was always cool.
We are live.
Oh.
Hi. Share the live.
Okay.
Let's get no sangria today. Oh Jesus, I forgot. Hey, Set to Shine.
Hello.
Can we see everybody on that one? Yeah, let me just turn this one on.
Let me make sure I'm on the right page.
Share the Facebook one. Share the Facebook one.
Sure. I'm sharing both of them.
Yeah. Turn it down.
Oh
yeah. Mute.
That one.
Hola. Hi guys. We're just giving everybody an opportunity to jump on. Hi. Share the live, guys. We have a pretty interesting topic tonight.
Very, spur of the moment.
Yeah. Happy Emancipation Day to all the Jamaican listeners.
If you can't even say that right now.
Share the live, guys. Share the live. And we're also streaming.
Colors. Not that it makes any difference since
Me
we're
not
not
black.
in
But Halloween are black.
We should also put on some dreadlocks for this.
Share the live, guys. Share the live. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Mommy. That's to you guys.
Oh, hi.
Right,
Who said that?
I don't know.
We say hi, Mommy. That's all I
that's
demand.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Hi.
Charlene, I'm gonna need you to stop sending me the live.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're just sending to everyone.
I'm literally
so
just clicking.
right? That's exactly what I'm doing.
We're going to start in a minute, guys. We are also streaming on YouTube and Facebook. YouTube. We have a pretty interesting topic. Kayla, type of topic so I can pin it over there. So please share, copy. We're going to start in a couple minutes, guys. What a stress. That share live something here. Tell me when you don't type it, so I can't open it.
Okay. I send it to you again here.
Yep, I know. I saw it like 5 times. Post. You can pin
Post it? Okay.
Oh, that's why it's not sharing a lot of people because it's my business page I was on.
That's what I said. Make sure you're on
Make
the
sure
right
I am the
one.
right one. Yeah.
Perfect. So, guys, our topic tonight, guys, because there's a little bit of what we consider disturbing news,
Controversy.
or controversial news coming out of Jamaica at the moment, in regards to Rastafarianism, which is, I believe, is a very strong part of our culture. And they're kind of somewhat demonizing it, if you will. So the topic is Jamaica's Supreme Court allows school to ban dreadlocks. When we read this headline today, given that it is Emancipation Day, it's a little bit disturbing because Rastafarianism is a big part of Jamaican culture. One of our icons is Bob Marley, who is a Rastafarian.
Exactly.
So I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say about it, and also what the ladies have to say about this new development coming out of Jamaica on what should be a celebratory day. We should be celebrating emancipation, but it seems like we are still in slavery. So what do you guys think about this ruling?
Anybody wants to speak
Kayla.
first?
Kayla, go ahead.
All right.
Spotlight.
Well, I think
Project so that camera can't hear you.
Oh, they only can hear me on Instagram. So basically my thoughts on this topic are, if they're gonna do this, they need to do this for everybody. And this is also not a new thing, but it's new in the sense that they're banning it. Because we all know, if you've been to high school in Jamaica, that they have their type of, basically systematic colorism in regards to how they deal with different students. Because this was also a topic a little bit early in the year, where you have other students who have a tighter coil pattern for their hair, being told, oh, you need to shave if you're a boy, or you need to go trim your hair, or if you're a girl, or if you come with your afro, you can't come to school like that, your hair needs to be a twist.
Even like back in the days, you couldn't like gel your hair a certain type of way, or like remember when we have a story like they gel our hair and they literally wash out our hairstyle because it's like, I don't know how the system set up these days.
Yeah, so you have to do that in regards to you having my type of hair texture. Because I knew for me, I used to go to the hairdresser every 2 weeks because of the school that I went to have to get twists or plaits in my hair so that I wouldn't get sent home from school. Whereas you have other people whose hair are like, those people who have the straight hair or their hair is a little bit curlier, not necessarily kinky afro type hair, but you'd have other people with curlier hair patterns being like, oh, okay, your hair is fine, your hair is nice, them catch it up in whatever face them want to any type of style, it's perfectly okay. But in regards to people who have like a more afro texture hair, your hair, and okay, you need to go to this, you need to go to that with your hair. And I don't think that this is new. I'm surprised that they actually brought it to court and the court ruled this decision. But I feel like it was coming at some point.
You know how much children
Hi,
in
Sam.
Jamaica right now have, especially the boys, have the kids, like children, have locks, and like that is part of their religion. How disappointed they're gonna be that knowing they can't go to school just because of their hair.
I mean, and it's sad because how can you tell me? You're pretty much telling me what religion I'm allowed to partake in.
Right.
Because just like how Muslims can wear their hijabs to school in Jamaica, which is a part of their religion, why can't I wear my locks? That's a part of my religion. So why is my religion not respected at the same level as
But
a
we're
Muslim?
celebrating what this year? We're celebrating 58 years, I think, of independence.
Yeah.
And then in an age like 2020, you're gonna tell a child that they can't wear their hair a certain way.
Exactly.
How backward can you be? I remember in high school there was this girl that her hair was kind of blonde. Was it blonde? You know, that time that looked gold. It looked goldish, but that was her natural hair. And every time they would take her like to the principal to say, "Oh, she's coloring her hair," and the girl is like, "This is my hair," right? So I don't know. Like Jamaica needs to really look at their system at how they are doing things, and slavery is
they're focusing on the wrong thing.
Exactly. Slavery is still
true.
very much alive today, 2020, in Jamaica. Because if they're going to tell a 5-year-old child that they can't come to school because they have a dreadlocks, so that means you don't have any say about what your child is doing and how they're coming to school.
Yeah,
the child is not coming to school naked. What their head have to do with education? I heard a post that there's like because of hygiene purpose. How do you know that these people are not washing their hair? That is being racist. And it when I saw it, because I didn't even see it, like Shar was telling me about it, it hurt me to the core. Because racism is still very much in a place where you come, you live, you grow in a society where Bob Marley is one of the biggest icons in our country, and he's dreadlocks, and you're selling him as what pursued our country. You're selling him as an icon, but yet still you don't want the people who are in schools to come like that. So what you're selling false advertisement then?
Basically.
It's I'm gonna read this comment on Instagram. Somebody said that don't make sense still because the hair on the whole doesn't have anything to do with learning. They are just going too overboard, which is true. I'm gonna read some of the comments that are over on Facebook and YouTube. It was actually in the New York Post today. That's how we saw it. What is sad is that there is no outrage about this. No one talking about it. See, that's the biggest thing. How can you have dreadlocks in Parliament and you can't go to school with dreadlocks?
Like I think
Like,
they're gonna
what
get
is this?
they're gonna get so much bash from the international press. It's not funny because whoever come with this idea of the court, first of all, they need to go and revisit that. Like that's crazy.
The sad thing is, like, the world loves locks.
Exactly.
Everybody loves locks.
Even fake locks, you see people.
All the time.
We are the ones. It's our culture, and we're demonizing our culture while everybody else is praising and accepting our culture.
And the fact that Jamaica has so much crime right now, they should be
Focus on that. You're focusing on a child that has locks
like here
and a 5-year-old.
literally here.
It's crazy. And that's what somebody in the comments says. They need to focus on the crime.
Like there's so much things going on in the world and they're just focus on the pandemic. How the kids are gonna go back to school.
Listen,
The mask law.
I wonder how old that
God.
person or persons in the high court, what age group are they? Because obviously
They're probably
they were probably born in some 60s and 70s and they don't have a clue as what's going
but
on
the
now.
thing is, even if they were born at that time, wasn't that the time when Bob
Bob
Marley was
Marley was-
becoming
yes,
popular?
I
So
feel
it
like
don't
they're
make
young.
any-
I feel like
it
they're
really
young.
doesn't make any. Even if they're young, Damian Crawford is not like he's older than I, but he's not necessarily really up there in age, and he's in Parliament. So there really is no excuse, whether it be age, anything. There's no excuse for this to be happening. Me personally, this topic irritates me.
The hell out of me.
Mainly because I feel like in school and with my high school experience, I already know that I have so many different things that I could criticize them about. Because they just had some blatant colorism going on in regards to high school with hair and everything
And
else.
skin tone and everything else.
The earrings, down to the earrings and everything.
Everything. And I feel like they have other things that they need to be focusing on
Honestly.
absolutely.
than hair. They have so
Absolutely.
many different things happening to the country. First of all, Jamaica is one of the only countries that are like tourism based that still hasn't closed
Imagine
their
the
borders.
tourism. The tourists comes to Jamaica just for
Just
all of
for
them
locks.
just for the locks, and then they go.
They
Sometimes-
just want a Rasta man, let's be clear.
No,
Like,
but the thing
that's
is,
it.
even when you go into the Ocherias and so you see they have the hats have the dread at the side.
exactly.
And they're fascinated by just buying that because for 5 minutes they can be a Rasta
Yeah,
man or a
those,
Rasta woman.
those who don't get locks when they
But,
come
but
back.
here's the thing, but back in the day, the traditional way how to get locks is you just leave your hair and it just go. But
Mhm.
now
It's so well
it's not
groomed.
that. It's so groomed and so put together. So it's just like me, like plaiting up my hair as a girl and going to school. It's legit. I comb my hair and I go to school. That's literally what's happening. And you're telling me that I cannot groom my hair, keep it nicely groomed. And a lot of these Rastafarian kids wear something to cover it as well.
Right.
Listen,
Which they shouldn't have to. They should be
Listen.
able to embrace whatever they have.
That is true, because it's not like the child in question that we are talking about has unkempt freeform locks. Her and
It's
her entire
neat.
family, her little brother, and both of her parents have locks. It's a family thing. So I really don't understand what they're talking about. They have so many
It's
different things that they
crazy.
need to be worried about.
This is gonna cause an issue with their learning.
but nobody's
Because
saying
probably-
anything. Like legit, nobody's saying anything.
They have to wait until, first of all, you see in the comments you read that it's the New York Post, the person found out about it. And
New
we
York
found out-
Post.
We found out about it by a post from the Washington Post on Twitter.
Right.
So
But
that
yet,
means nobody in the country knows.
Greener, Observer, not even the Star has it out there.
Yet.
Well, because of the backlash that is happening. I don't think they expected the international backlash.
I don't think so.
And I
but
don't know why.
Well, maybe it's because it's Emancipation Day, so-called Emancipation. They are focusing on that. So let's see what will happen.
But that's why we should talk about it, because you're literally taking us back to slavery. Like
That's
it's
why I'm
not
saying it's
even
modern day slavery.
It's modern.
modernized.
You're gonna tell me that I don't have freedom of
You have no right,
expression.
like just be yourself with your own hair. Like you have to cut your hair just to go to school. Like I don't understand.
That's ridiculous. I'm gonna read some of the comments.
Jamaican
All
people
that
are
ruling
right.
has done is to uphold the. I can't see. What's that? I can't see from here. Sorry, guys. I can't see from that far. hypocrites they are. Jamaica is going backwards for real when everybody is saying Black Lives Matter. A true tourism mashup, make them make them do that star. Samantha said the education minister Carl Samuda has the power to issue a policy directive banning discrimination against a child with locks. Let's see what he does.
I could tell you what he did because he declined comments. That's what he did.
Oh,
It was in the Washington Post.
oh, he declined
He
comments.
declined comments.
And that was his opportunity to take a stand.
Mhm.
This was his opportunity to show that he was for the people. That like,
But as with these politicians, most of them, as long as it doesn't affect their household or people in their class, they don't care. So no matter how you see them chatting shit, like when election time and they want some
Oh, they're
votes,
going to do this
as
for
soon
the
as it's off the
community,
table, they
that
don't
for the
care.
community.
They don't care.
it's true. I feel
And-
like because this child, that child in question that they went to court about, this child was going to not a very
Prominent.
it's not a prominent school in Jamaica.
That I know.
Is that I don't even know of the school either, but
We don't
it's
know if
not
it's prominent now that we've moved. But
yeah, but it wasn't when I was there. So I mean, and they took it to court. The fact that they took it to court means it's much more than just here.
Mm.
It is actually their religion.
But I can tell you something. If it was one of the Marleys or somebody in
Oh,
society
that's not going to court.
that had money, because maybe this child or the child family is not in, top class, you would even hear about it. Because they would be going to school quite fine and they would know, oh, this is so and so child, and they treat them special.
Did they tell
They should
Coffee to
focus
cut
on
her
creating
locks off when she was going to collect the Grammy? No. So I'm very
It's
confused.
okay when it suits them. When it's in their favor, it's okay. But if it's for somebody who is a nobody in their eyes, well, it's not going to go anywhere.
There's a
Somebody
comment.
said on Instagram they should focus on creating programs that will help kids learn more in Jamaican school instead of focusing on kids here.
I wholeheartedly agree with that because I
Facts.
know that my school was more concerned with teaching people about which sexuality they're supposed to be instead of creating programs to help us deal with life in general. They had more focus on, okay, you need to be doing this and you need to be doing that, instead of, okay, guys, make sure that you learn to do this and that. Make sure you get these type of grades. Oh, let's have a program where we can figure out what you want to do later on in life. Oh, how do you pay taxes, budgeting, all of those different things. No, it was more, oh, your hair must look like that, and oh, make sure that you wear slip.
Mhm.
Oh, yes, I
So-
remember that.
We are so focused on the wrong things. Like, what has Jamaica gone to? Like,
The education system is messed up overall.
what have we gone to? Like, on a day like this is the conversation that we're having
We are
in
having
2020.
a conversation about someone's hair, a 5-year-old child.
A five-year-old.
5-year-old, like it's a baby,
Like, this is a conversation that we're having today. Like, this is so, you can't even celebrate. You can't even it
Be
don't make
like,
no
oh yeah,
sense.
you can't even say, oh, we've moved so far as a country.
We don't
Because
move.
every time we make a step forward, they make 2 steps back.
We have not moved as a country, gone nowhere. We are still back in those days when, I mean, even when we were going to school and stuff like that, you could wear your locks to school. There was no problem.
I know braids were a huge problem.
And at that point, no offense, but some of the locks weren't properly groomed.
But they
And you
had to
could have
cover
still
up.
wear it. And you could have still wear it. Now in 2020, when everybody is all good and them all into aesthetics and stuff, and it's all neat and tidy, you can't wear it. A 5-year-old can't go to school with locks.
So they said that you're not allowed to go to the school with locks, according to them. So I'm very confused as to what hair type
So
would they
if
deem okay?
this parent or parents don't have the money to homeschool that child, what is going to happen?
They're not gonna cut it.
Do they understand what is going to happen to that child's self-esteem if she has to shave her head to go to school?
There's a couple things, because first of all, that child is black.
Mm-hmm.
First, it's a struggle these days. First struggle, child is black. The next one, you're gonna tell them they can't wear their locks how it is.
But they're gonna go home and have their younger brother and their two parents with the locks.
Exactly.
And she's the only one at 7 years old now.
That child's self-esteem, because believe it or not, a lot of her, and it's probably like really bad for us to say this, but a lot of her
The
self-esteem.
girls saying it, they're still wearing this white wig in court.
a lot of our self-esteem kind of comes from our hair too, and it's sad to admit that, but it's true. Like, our hair gives us some form of power when we put it on, so it boosts us a little bit. So for a child to be struggling with in this world now where being black is like a carnal sin, and then no, not to have her hair, like, what are we doing? Like, what are we teaching?
She's also 7, which means she's getting into that age where she's about to go through adolescence. And children are not kind. Let's start with that.
Child.
Children at school are not kind. So you're going to basically rule in a court of law, the highest court of law in Jamaica, that she needs to cut off her hair. So if she doesn't move schools, then she's cutting her hair.
But if they make a ruling, then she can't go to any other school because it's going to be law.
No. Every rule for
No.
The
rule is that the school has the option. The school can tell you to cut it, or they can accept you as it is.
Mm-hmm.
So they're ultimately giving
The
schools
school.
the power to decide what kind of students they have in their classroom.
Mm-hmm.
And that right there is
And if that school say no dreadlocks, then no dreadlocks cannot come to that.
Exactly. And that's discrimination.
Yes, because we already know that in the workplaces in Jamaica, it's hard enough for people with locks to get a job. Worse if they have locks and come from a specific street.
Oh my God. Sam said it was in the Observer and Gleaner yesterday, and the Star. So my thing is, so you see how the whole world got upset about the George Foreman, Floyd, yeah, and everybody was Black Lives Matter. People in Jamaica were protesting Black Lives Matter. Awesome, great. This is a problem that is affecting Jamaica. Why are we not on the streets today? Why are we not protesting this injustice?
Jamaicans only think about like the international side of the world.
Yeah, but the international
that's
side
not even
that's
not even like Black Lives Matter. We are Black people, so because we are Black people, we're gonna stand with it, and But in Jamaica, let's be honest. There's not white cops pulling you over in Jamaica. Mm-hmm. Let's be honest. Yeah. So if we're gonna go on the road and protest Black Lives Matter, where you're not directly affected by it, right. Why aren't we going on the streets to protest about this injustice? Like, why are we so silent? Why are the entertainers so silent? The ones with the locks. Why are we all so silent about something that affects our children? And like, I'm not a Rastafarian, but I believe you should have the right to practice whatever religion you want to practice. Mm-hmm. And that's just what it is. So if you are going to allow a Muslim to come into my school with the hijab, well, hello. Rastafarian is just as much of a religion as Islam is. So what are you saying? Because if you go and ban Rastafarianism, best believe you need to ban every other religion practicing in that school, right. Across the board, 100%.
But wait, let's pause for a second. Why is it okay for Christians? I'm a Christian, right? But for a Christian school, is it okay, right? And some people don't have the same religion as Christianity. So why now? Because people have the locks and that's their own religion. Why is it a problem now? So that means it should be a problem for Christian, Muslim, and all the rest of the religion.
I mean, we need to just have schools for everybody then.
Right, exactly. Like this point,
like segregation. Only Christians here, only dreadlocks there. Why not? Right?
Because I mean, they're already segregating. They're segregating a part of our
Christian
culture.
School we have different from other schools.
It's
Catholic school, like every school is so different.
everybody wants their own, like it's such a big thing for Jamaica.
And then we said our motto,
Out
bear
of
in
many.
mind, is out of many one people. The dreadlocks are our people, so we're gonna put those one side.
Sebastian
First
have a
about
bad
man
trivia, so.
Might as well.
No, but it's true. Like I'm waiting to see the reaction because it should have happened already. Like I'm waiting to see the reaction of Jamaican people, because if you can't go hold a placard at embassy about Black Lives Matter, listen,
This child
the
lives
culture,
matter.
the culture matters. This religion matters. It is a staple in the Jamaican society. People don't think about Jamaica and not think about Rastafarianism.
But same way
doesn't happen.
that black guy that died, you represent our color. That was one guy. This one child represent all of the
100%.
dreadlocks community.
So I feel like it doesn't matter
So
what
where's
religion.
the backing for her?
Exactly. It no matter what religion. I feel like all Christians should protest. Muslim, everybody should band together, because it is for the culture. It's for a religion, not because it's not your religion, but freedom of expression. Freedom of expression. Everybody should have that, and that is a part of the Jamaican culture. So you won't tell me that the school has the right to tell me I can't come in there, even though my hair is properly groomed, it's covered, it's not stink, like, and that's my religion.
Proper hygiene.
Exactly.
Like what?
Look how many things that when the Muslims want to go pray, they have to pray in a certain position. They have to be somewhere. I mean, when Hindus, I remember my principal, he was a Hindu. So when his relative died, he had to shave all of his head and just leave the bald spot up here, which was very, like,
Different.
it scared me.
It was different.
But he was allowed to express himself because of his religion and his belief. So if you're going to take away that from the child, listen, nobody can practice nothing. That's how I see it.
I would just love to know which grown adult looked at a 5-year-old and was just like, we are going to go with you guys to court to fight a 5-year-old having dreadlocks.
No, it would
Seriously.
initially start with a parent and
For
the
2
principal,
years.
right?
I don't understand. Why did it even escalate to this point? Why are you looking at a 5-year-old child and thinking,
So you can imagine all of the pressure that child went through at school, because from the moment they can't accept her here, like she going to be treated differently in the classroom.
it's not even that. Them have her face all over the platforms. Them have her face all over Twitter, because you could see the picture of the whole family.
So
Yeah.
on the article.
everybody
Everybody knows who
knows.
she is. So you already know.
She's
And them have her name on
She's
there
already
too.
stigmatized.
They have her name in the articles,
Yeah.
but they put her name in the article. Then they said that she was referred to as Z in the court documents because she's a minor.
Oh, really?
So they should have kept that same thing because she's a minor.
now when
Don't
she
put her
grew
name
up,
on her face.
And don't put her face.
And she grew up now, everybody gonna know, oh, that was the girl who had to cut her locks. And
Exactly.
Trust me,
That's
somebody will remember.
traumatizing.
Even if she moves to, like, if she migrates to America,
Mhm.
all they have to do is put her name in there, because it's not like it was just in the Gleaner and Observer.
It was everywhere.
It was everywhere.
It's crazy.
So all
Sam,
they need to do is Google her.
Sam said the ruling is from a colonial view. The ruling has stepped on the neck of democracy. 100%. Like, what is Jamaica? Like,
It don't make any sense.
what is Jamaica right now?
It don't make
I
any
can tell you all
sense.
right now.
We come from Jamaica and we're like so disappointed in Jamaicans right now.
Like,
Like we love our country, but there's some things that when you look at it, especially when you come and you live in a place like Canada, where there's freedom of speech, freedom of dress and everything, and you're like, why are they so backward? Like, get up to the times. There's so much other things to focus on in Jamaica, and you're thinking about a child's here.
See there? All you have to do is Google dreadlocks.
and
you
that's
see
that comes
3
up.
different articles from the Washington Post, Seattle Times, and
That's so sad.
with her picture, her and her
what is
little brother, the baby.
Yeah.
On Instagram, there's a comment. Can't believe Jamaica is out of many.
But it not even look like
Can't
that because
believe-
it's like Ken
Ken
Road.
Road.
Can't believe out of many one people. Lord, with this type of behavior, it should be out of some people. It's true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Out
It's
of which
true.
many one people.
It's true.
Like,
I'm gonna say this right now.
Upset.
Jamaica, you are not free. this is not freedom. This is not what freedom looks like. Like, these politicians better do something.
This is very disappointing.
They need to. I'm expecting Damon Crawford to say something, and I'm gonna call out Damon Crawford because he's been very vocal.
Yeah.
About a lot of issues lately. So I'm expecting him to step in and say something, being a representation of that culture, of that religion. Because I'm very up in it, so he needs to come out and defend this child, and something has to be done out of Uptown. That is so true. Like I said, if it was a vase prep, that would have not have gone to court.
Here.
The AISK.
That's what I'm saying. Like the parents probably don't have enough money, so
No,
it's
they
like,
had Mr. Buchanan as their lawyer, and he said in a quote for the Gleaner, "The injunction which caused the child to go to the school without being harassed or harmed is now lifted, and the child is at the mercy of the school."
wow.
At the mercy of the school.
Yes, those were his words.
Mr. Buchanan, is he a
He
PNP?
is the lawyer for the couple.
Is he a PNP?
He represented the couple who is.
I know, but is he one of the MPs in
Child,
PNP?
I don't know. He's
What
the lawyer.
Buchanan?
Miss Isat Buchanan, the couple's attorney. So they're attorney
Isat.
for the parents.
Oh, I know Isat.
Yes.
He's the lawyer that's representing Cartel now.
Oh, that's.
Oh, so they got a big one.
They got it. Well,
And
Cartel
still
is-
Politics.
But no, I'm happy he's defending them because he's been doing a lot of human rights cases lately.
Which is good because clearly somebody has to do something about it.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of human rights cases lately. So, but I mean, something has to be done, guys. Something has to be done. We can't be in an uproar. Like it upset my spirit that we are so into this whole Black Lives Matter and we're not doing something that affects our country.
Her parents are not.
But the thing is, like, Jamaica is a black
regardless
is
of
a
the
black
religion.
country, and you'd expect this in another country outside of Jamaica. But your own country, what Rastafarian is your culture. You grew up, you see Rasta everywhere. People are foreign know about Rasta.
To the point where they mistake the Rastafarian flag for the
Yeah.
Jamaican flag.
Can I tell you?
Exactly.
The first thing when you fly out, the first thing you say,
Oh, you don't
Them
have
first
to
slang, them first slang, Rastafarian.
you're going to the airport, then
Mama,
the t-shirt, them are Rasta man, you slip on them.
Yes.
So come
You-
on, man.
you don't
You don't
see-
need to step up.
To the point where they ask you if you don't have dreadlocks, they put everybody out. How many times have you heard?
It's either two things sell Jamaica: dreadlocks and weed.
Yeah. How many
So-
times have you heard somebody tell you, "Oh, I thought you guys had red in your flag"?
Right? No,
Multiple
it's not.
times.
Right? 'Cause they know
100%.
the rest of flag.
It's great. Jamaica for Justice did that help them.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, I don't know. I just think that everybody needs to do their part and voice their opinion on this matter. It should not, that ruling needs to be overturned because there's no way that should be left up to any school because we're going to start having serious problems. Serious problems. So we need to voice our opinion on that and, try to figure that out. Oh my God.
I would be having serious problems
Woo.
if somebody sent me home from high school telling me that my hair is unhygienic.
Right?
Bright.
That would have ended a totally different way.
It would be so bad.
Oh my God, guys. So guys, we're gonna shift gears a little bit. Because that topic is
Very emotional.
very
right now.
emotional and very sensitive. And we're gonna move on to another topic as well.
Another emotional.
Another emotional and sensitive topic. Can you type that one in for me? And then I go pin it. So this one, guys. So in the news, and I know y'all, celebrity news, whatever. There was this whole thing with Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion, and about Tory Lanez allegedly shooting her in the foot after an alleged confrontation. I'm getting used to this alleged thing. I don't want nobody to sue me.
Because he's Canadian.
So yeah, and he's
Don't
Canadian
let
too. So it's a rather serious topic, guys, because I was watching the reaction online, different fans, their reaction when this news broke. when this news broke, and I was a little bit, I didn't know how to feel, because one, the story is not clear, because if you know this, I say allegedly a lot, but let's just say this is what happened allegedly. They got into an altercation, because there's some news report that they were dating or whatever. They got into an altercation and he decided to shoot her in the foot. Now, hi Chris, this is a new level. Like, this is a new level.
Stopping someone out of coming out of the car?
Yeah.
Very,
and you know,
allegedly.
And we spoke about I'm gonna pin this topic real quick. We spoke about domestic violence before.
The alleged incaps.
Yeah. Chris, you missed the first part of the talk where we talked about the dreadlocks not being allowed in schools, or left up to schools to allow them in. We kind of switched gears, and we're going back to domestic violence, because after seeing,
clearly this is an ongoing thing.
Yeah. After seeing the reaction of social media to Megan Thee Stallion getting shot by her alleged lover.
Disappointed but not surprised.
Everybody was like making jokes about it.
Yeah, I don't like that.
The memes about it, and you know, kind of doing her voice and kind of doing his voice, and you know,
the thing with Just Hilarious in regards to her making the skit, and I'm just like, okay, so is that how you would like us to react if something unfortunately were to happen like that to you?
Like, I'm trying to see everybody's point of view, but at the end of the day, a female got shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what point of view are you supposed to have in regards to that?
At the end of the day, a female got shot. So I don't understand why everybody is kind of just like not. It doesn't matter what happened in that vehicle.
The main fact that we don't have to say allegedly is that she got shot.
She got shot.
And she wasn't the one that shot herself.
Whether or not the situation is, like, she still got shot, yeah, like,
in both feet.
All right, we got jail feet.
Both,
yeah,
multiple. Because she had to go straight to the hospital and get surgery for multiple bullets.
Oh, so that means him intentionally do it. Like,
that means he didn't shoot her once.
Mm-hmm.
Once would have been like allegedly. Once would have been like an accident.
Allegedly.
We're laughing, but it's the word, guys. But like, our society has gotten to a point where we're making fun of domestic violence.
We're making fun of domestic violence, especially in regards to Black women.
Yes.
Because I'm not even going to say that. It goes without saying. If Kylie Jenner was in that situation, it would have been a completely different situation.
It would have been an uproar. The Black man would have been crucified.
The man would have been in prison. No bail.
I'm glad you brought that up, because if he had allegedly shot Kylie Jenner, he would have been crucified.
It would have been a problem.
But he shot his own. And we over here just chilling like, he should have been crucified for this one too.
Not even the fact that we over here just chilling. People are literally on their social media. And I'm not going to say that it's only Black men, but from what I have seen, it is mostly Black men that are making the jokes. To the point where I've seen Black men making jokes in regards to, so because girls are acting like hot girls, it's okay because Tori's shooting hot girls, so we shooting hot girls too.
Right? Like,
it's not funny.
Like, okay.
It's not funny. And like, we don't know what the situation is between the two of them, but people are missing the mark.
The point is, she got shot.
It don't matter what happened. She should have not gotten shot.
Mm-hmm.
No, the
How
lady's
can you have an
traumatized.
argument and then you decide to shoot your partner because you're upset?
First of all, your gun wasn't even licensed, allegedly.
No, we are covering our
Let's start
backs.
with that. Let us start with the fact
That's
that
true.
your gun was unregistered, allegedly.
Allegedly.
You are not a US citizen, allegedly. You do not allegedly have a green card. So I'm very confused as to why you, as a Toronto man, and then have people up here come in with, he has Jamaican roots. That don't have nothing to do with anything.
So what they're
Let's start
saying,
with that.
because
they're gonna always do that. I don't know. They find a way to connect every wrongdoing to Jamaica. Look at Lee Boy Malvo. Yes, do you see how quickly he was connected to Jamaica? Like, do you see how quickly dude was in the States for how long?
Mhm.
Do you see how quickly it took them to find out? Oh, he's part
Negativity,
Jamaican.
yeah.
Because we are deemed as aggressive.
That's why back to the dreadlock story, focus on bringing more positivity in our country and leave the foolishness behind. Okay?
Like for real.
Politicians out there.
Like we have so much to offer as a people.
We do.
We have so much, and it shows. But it's like every time something good happens, like for instance, with Coffee and her Grammy, you go, girl. You go with that
Big
Grammy.
up you.
Big up yourself, because she's a young Jamaican lady. She's doing so well for herself, and all people have to talk about is her sexuality. Who cares?
That has nothing to do with them.
Who cares?
They care about how she dresses. And I'm like, I think she's dope for pulling off those outfits. Like,
First of all,
I can't pull those off.
First of all, when you can get a Grammy, you can tell me about
Exactly.
what Coffee is doing. Like, I'm very confused. They choose to focus on the complete wrong things.
And you
Out
know,
of
it's
all
our
these
own.
situations.
It's our own that it's doing
Yes,
that.
and that's the worst part about it.
We are killing ourselves. Like that's
But you know what? Like, no matter what you do in life, as long as you reach a certain level of success, people always talk about you. So the thing is, close your ears and open your pockets. That's my stand in life. So if you're not talking about me, obviously I'm not doing nothing. So once you're talking about me, there's something to talk about. So go and chat your shit and me go and make my money. And that's what Coffee is doing. You notice that no matter what kind of shit them talking, never hear her come on and comment and say, hey.
I'm glad that she's minding her.
But I'm
Mind
saying-
your own pocket.
It's a
This is a
21st
case,
century. It's a 21st century.
Yeah.
So, I mean, irrespective of what your personal beliefs are, I don't believe that you should push them on anybody. So whatever her sexuality is, whatever your religion is, whatever it
Has
is,
nothing to do with anyone.
it has nothing. It does not affect me
Yes.
because it's not my choice. It is your choice. What you choose to do is your choice. So going back to the whole school thing, you cannot. That is not emancipation. Like, where? How? You're gonna tell me what to do? Like, how?
You're going to tell this lady how to feel about allegedly getting shot.
Like, and emotions, like, first of all, it's a fair right for feel or should feel like white people make meme on face and make fun and jokes about
Well, you
it.
can't
Like,
stop people from doing
the
what
boy
they
shot
feel like.
her. The fact said him shot
Allegedly.
her, like,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Hey, no, for real
The
though.
fact that he allegedly shot her, like, that shows you, like, what type of man he is. And then people talking about, I'm still rooting for Tory Lanez. Like, what?
Yeah, but they did
No
that
matter
too.
what even the situation is, no matter if she said something bad to you, smart to you, you know, that doesn't give you a right to shoot a lady.
It really doesn't.
But it's crazy because we're bouncing between both of these topics, by the way. Let's own in on this one, and then we'll go back to the Rastafarian one. After we just close off this one real quick. In every domestic violence case that we've seen publicized, and I'm gonna say this, and I might get flack for this, but the guy is always demonized, and then the female is lifted up. In this case, ain't nothing happening. Like, literally nothing is happening in this case
And
because
it's
everybody's
because
at standstill.
I personally believe that it's because of the persona that she brings off. And I don't think that that is any reason, for any justification for anything that is happening. Just because she prefers to, rap about certain things, because we all know that the men can rap about whatever they want. But make it come a female rapping about sexual liberation is a problem.
Oh, 100%.
Is a problem.
I feel like, and I think one of the things is a lack of information as well. Because for some people need information before they can jump on the female side. And it's weird because she's not really saying what happened. But the fact that she got shot.
Yeah, she said she doesn't want to talk about it right now.
The girl is dealing with her trauma.
But
People deal with traumatic events.
And I was going to
in
go
different
back
ways.
to that. Like, when it comes down to domestic violence, okay, that is an extreme where she got shot. But, like, remember we talked about this before. Everybody deals with it in a different way. Mm-hmm. And everybody's not going to, like, be in that situation and then just come out and say, I'm being abused.
Yeah.
This is happening. It takes them time to process everything that they're going through. So right now she's going through her process.
Exactly. To the point where she came on live and tried to talk about it and start bawling.
Start crying.
Because I mean, you got shot. Like, I don't know what it feels like to get shot. And
Right?
I pray to God I never know.
Especially for a performer who is also
But
famous for dancing.
her legs.
Yeah.
You know?
Always dancing.
So now it's gonna be hard for her, like, cause you know once you get shot, it's like sometimes the pain doesn't go away.
I wanna bring up the whole Rihanna and Chris Brown situation when it happened. So I may have a somewhat of a unique view on the situation, because when it happened, everybody made Chris Brown the villain and kind of like took Rihanna into arms. My problem with the situation is both persons were abused in that situation. They were both abused. Rihanna had some visible scars and stuff like that, and so did Chris Brown. He was abused as well. Nobody knows what happened in the car or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But and again, it goes back to where when it comes down to Caribbean people, we kind of know how they are and, you know, have a mental picture of how they react to things. And I've always said when that happened that they should both be held accountable for what happened in the car. Because I don't feel like a female should be able to hit a man and that be okay. But then a man retaliates and then we just come down on the man solely. I feel like they should have both been held accountable for that situation. And I know a lot of people don't see it that way. They're like, oh, Chris Brown should be crucified. They should be this and that or whatever. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's right for a man to hit a woman, but I'm also saying it is not right for a woman to hit a man.
Either way, yeah.
So I feel like when that situation happened, they should have both been canceled at the same damn time. I don't
Neither of them
feel
were cancelled, to be honest.
I know,
Chris
but
Brown's still
no,
not
that's
cancelled.
but it took a while for him to like come back because everybody looked at him as an
the
abuser when they were both abusive. So why is it that we tend to demonize the man and not the woman?
Yeah.
Why is it okay? Why is it okay in a fight? Why is it okay? Like we get into an argument and I can slap you in the face, but how dare you put your hands back on me?
Mm-hmm.
Even though I slapped you, because you are a man, you're supposed to hold your composure and you're not supposed to hit me back.
I think that, and this is definitely my stance on this, as adults, we should be able to verbally communicate with each other when we're having an issue. It should not be a thing where we have to use our fists or our hands to bring our point across. That being said, self-defense is a completely different thing. Because if somebody lick me, best believe me, I'm gonna lick your back. But I don't think, like, it's going to come, it has to come to like an extreme situation where I would be putting my hands on you. Like, there's not going to be a situation where there's a problem that I don't think that two adults can have a conversation and resolve the issue. Please don't decide to put your hands on me because we're going to have a problem.
Same.
I'm interested to hear what people think about this because I feel like both parties should be held accountable. Like, we are not behind these closed doors, but sometimes it's only one person that comes out with more visible scars than the other. Which doesn't mean that it's just one person pouncing on that person. It's just that that person got a really good hand in.
Yeah, I believe that if you're putting your hands on each other, then there should be some sort of repercussion for each party because you should not.
100%.
Unless it's a situation where somebody's beating you and the only way for you to get away is to put your hands on them.
I feel like once a man put their hands on you first time, people do it another time.
Yeah, and same with a woman.
Yeah, it's not
if a woman beats you once and she feels she can do it again.
Today I saw a video on Instagram where this Rasta man was getting beaten. I don't know if it's in Jamaica or wherever. And everybody was laughing and the woman was big in body and she was flinging this skinny Rasta man all over the place. And it was a joke. And I'm like, that's not a joke. If it was the other way around, people would probably killed that man.
That's the problem. Women are being applauded for beating a man.
Like somebody was saying, oh, what kind of food him eat? He needs some yam or something like that.
That comes into our previous conversations about domestic violence where men would prefer not to come up because they're going to be seen as lesser than for being abused.
It's ridiculous.
Which doesn't make any sense.
I'm gonna read some of the comments. Megan Stallion look rough still. I don't know what happened, but there is no avenue for a man being abused. And that's true, there isn't. Samantha said women have to learn to value themselves and learn and leave a relationship the first time they get abused, because I can't even see this far. Incrementally, the abuse only gets worse and can lead to death. That's absolutely true. And I feel like
she could have died if the bullet ricocheted or went somewhere.
Let's not wait until you get even a hit, because that person's aggression comes out in other ways before the hit comes, though.
You don't have to talk to me about that. If somebody talked to me too hard, I left them.
You raise your voice,
so
end of conversation.
That is a red flag.
Yeah. And you can tell because they get upset and then they start throwing things
or they punching the wall. Yeah.
Red flag.
There goes your damage deposit.
Girl, I can't even with you right now.
Damage deposit not cheap. You think so? Me, I just tell with somebody who you have to give me back the money for the damage deposit. We have punch wall, Right when me I left with my soup.
I want the world to get to a point where we stop just whenever we hear of a domestic violence situation, ultimately assume it's the guy.
Yeah, because sometimes it be the woman too.
We need to look at both parties because listen, I'm gonna tell you, females, and y'all on the live know this. Our hands, listen. Our hands, like it's just like second nature sometimes. It is second nature sometimes for some women to be like, as soon as they start arguing, go back to these YouTube videos where they're doing the pranks.
The first thing after the girl gets pranked is to lick them.
To lick the man.
Like, even if she don't actually connect.
A slap in the face.
What if you do this?
A kick.
Push.
That's
push.
reaction. Like when you look at those videos and I look at them, I'm like, yeah, y'all think you're playing. But if that was a real situation, somebody would have gotten beat.
Let's just remember that normally in these pranks, the camera is hidden. So they don't know that the camera is there.
Exactly. And they edit these shots too to post them up. Because listen, I feel like some of these pranks listen, you're going to prank your husband that you're cheating on him and that you're leaving him.
And the first thing you do is fly right after you. Like those pranks with the mannequins where the guy walks in and the girl is like feeling up or whatever with the mannequin. Child, when them man they see that, my god, yo, heated is not even a thing. Oh my god.
What is the official statement? This is the official statement for the legally elected Prime Minister of Jamaica. What is the statement, Howard? Clarify that. I want to hear the whole story, so I'm holding back. I agree. Like I don't know what the whole story is, but I feel like for Megan Stallion. But I feel like, regardless of what the story is,
he shouldn't have shot her.
He was wrong for shooting her, and I am gonna stand by that. And this guy Delana said, "Female mouth dirty at times." Yeah, it's you know what?
Smart. Like
you know what it is. You have a smart mouth, okay, but I feel like as adults, we need to hold ourselves to a certain standards. Yes, she tell you something like that. Females do that.
Yeah.
Hold your composure. If she don't touch you, don't touch her. Because I strongly believe in self-defense, and I'm gonna tell you guys that straight up. I believe in self-defense. So I have a son, and if any girl put their hands on him, I'm not gonna tell you to sit there and look at her like you're stupid.
Just try to get away. You don't have to beat her down, but
tell
her, try to get away from the situation. Because
you know what? Tell you what, call me.
Right here, girl.
Call Auntie Kayla.
listen, because we don't want. Listen,
whoever closer, to be honest.
just a phone call. Because since this world is so messed up in a way that if somebody, a female can hit a man and it be okay, but if he hits back, that it's abuse. Listen, pick up your phone, call me. I will be right there.
It really doesn't depend on who is closer. Because we might reach them before you.
Like, we're not promoting violence on any level, but
don't feel like you can put your hands on them
you
and then get
can't,
away with it.
exactly.
Like,
You can't just be going around and thinking that because you're a female and a guy is not supposed to hit a female traditionally, even though we're
It's okay
arguing
to put
for
it right here.
equality and this feminism and all of this stuff. We feel like we, like, no, that thing gets me upset. I am not for domestic violence in any way, but I feel like there should be straight across the board, no tolerance for anybody putting hands on anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And the world is so screwed up where we think that it's okay. Yeah, I can slap a guy in the face,
Mm-hmm.
and
But if
he slaps me back, not even if him just come slap me, if he slaps me back, no, he did not deserve to be slapped, but I slapped him.
Or those girls who put their hands on men knowing that they will retaliate so that they can tell the police that them get beat.
You have some
Yeah.
Oh my God, this world is so, like, abuse is abuse, no matter how you look at it, no matter which gender is doing the abuse. And we need to start looking at it as such, both ways. Right? I agree with you, Delana, both ways. It ain't no sideways to it. Somebody posted a link about a statement from the Prime Minister. It's on Facebook. Can you go onto Facebook? We're going to try to pull up that link to see what the statement is from the Prime Minister in regards to the dreadlocks in schools.
He wants to say something good because
I would love to hear what he has to say, actually.
Oh, okay. So he posted it here.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
No, look for it. You see it in there? Children spread and contact lice and nits. Other children should not be put at risk because some worthless mothers. No, that was not the statement.
oh, that can't be
You
the
go,
statement.
because that cannot be the statement.
Angelina
Because
said
some
something.
worthless mother cannot care for their own children's hair health. They would rather create one big drama, making their child a spectacle and denying her the right to her descent. Okay, so Howard, you gotta clarify that statement, because I'm getting from that you are agreeing with the ruling. I am a little bit disturbed.
Can we just look at the fact that black children, lice cannot survive?
Hi, dance all over.
Like, lice cannot survive on all type of hair. That's why we don't get it.
So who's saying
I'm a little bit.
okay?
That is not the statement, Christopher. Absolutely not. But I'm a little bit like
Concerned.
Can some Howard? I want you to clarify that statement, because
I can't copy you to look at the link.
I can't. No. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little bit dumbfounded that
Hold
was typed in there.
Hold on.
Because we're talking about religion and somebody's belief system. We are not talking about lice.
And who says people with dreadlocks have lice? Like,
Black people with
seriously,
coarse textured hair cannot get lice.
These parents are not even Rastafarians. Look at the father's big old pork belly and the.
Who is that?
anyway, like,
I
you're
think we
upset
can
me,
get
right?
lies. That's why
Can I
most
just read the Prime
Africans
Minister's
shave.
statement, please?
Okay, so Kayla is gonna read the Prime Minister's statement.
Okay, come here, read it in this one.
Go
My head's
read
so tripping
the
up.
statement.
Alright.
Read the statement.
So as of August 1st, the first and foremost on top of the press release is our children must not be discriminated against or deprived of their right to an education on the basis of their hairstyle. Okay. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has noted with concern the development surrounding the case of a 7-year-old Jamaican child who was barred from attending school because of the hairstyle. While we await the written judgment to determine the basis of the ruling issued by our Supreme Court, which by media reports have suggested that the child's constitutional rights were not breached, this government does not believe that there should be any law which could be interpreted to deny access to a citizen merely on the basis of their hairstyle. We have, as a rights-sensitive government, always maintained that our children must not be discriminated against, nor deprived of their right to an education because of socio-economic issues, such as inability to afford school fees or socio-cultural issues such as their hairstyle, Prime Minister Holness said. He notes that the Education Ministry has asserted over the years that schools' grooming rules must be rights-based and that no student is to be prevented from admission or attendance at a public educational institution by reason of nonconformity with a school rule prohibiting a particular hairstyle in circumstances where the wearing of that hairstyle by the student is based on religious or health reasons. The Prime Minister says, however, in the present context, this government believes it is time to review and amend.
Continue.
Oh, it is time to review and amend the Education Act to reflect a modern and culturally inclusive position that protects our children from being barred from any educational institution on the basis of wearing locks as an ordinary hairstyle, irrespective of religious reasons. The Prime Minister says he is acutely aware of the importance of this issue, especially in an era of great social and political change that is awakening our consciousness of who we are as a people. He added that he is committed to ensuring that every child is treated fairly within Jamaica's education system and reiterated that his government stands firmly against discrimination against any student on any basis. The Prime Minister said, as we celebrate the Emancipated period, the Emancipated period, we remain a proud people, deeply conscious of our cultural heritage and steadfastly focused on a future of equal rights and justice for all Jamaicans. That was his statement.
What do you get from that statement?
I get that he does not agree with the Supreme Court's ruling. However, I'm not entirely sure how this whole political thing works if he can overrule it as the Prime Minister, but I don't think he can. But I really do think that this is something that he should have spoken to the Supreme Court about before they put that ruling out there, because now he's getting international backlash and he really had to put out a statement.
Oh, he has to put out a statement. His statement was politically correct.
It was very politically correct, actually.
I want to read some of this because
Child, don't upset the spirit of the night, yeah.
Me not chop off my locks, please nobody. I agree with you. I don't have any, and I wouldn't chop off them. Let's
My
do
aunt
this.
has locks.
I really have to read this though. I want to understand what Howard is saying. You cannot come nipped out of dreadlocks. The majority of children catch and spread lice throughout their childhood. Fact internationally, with all children. I've never seen Black people have lice.
Because we can't
Calm down. Calm down. Not every Jamaican can afford to spend money to chemically treat treatments for lice. So is Jamaican mothers. Most Jamaican mothers use a fine tooth comb and pick out with their fingers the lice. I think he meant lice. And it's from their children's head. Lice treatment is very expensive in most countries, and many Jamaicans cannot afford this. Christopher says, what is your point?
But it's lice still a thing. I know that some years ago.
Hold on. Look at that one woman scratching her head because God knows what she has in it with relaxers, creams, and all other kinds of artificial additives. I don't know what woman.
I would love to know which one she's talking
What
about.
is he going on about? I applaud him for his statement. Jamaica is a democracy, and majority of the people are Christians. Do not really. So Black people don't have lice, and it's racially prejudiced. Hold on, let's address it. The Education Minister can change the implemented act by banning discrimination. All right, let me just address this. Kayla, don't say nothing.
Okay.
Let me just address Howard real quickly. First of all, I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're Black, white, Chinese, whatever. I don't know if you're Jamaican, Canadian, US, or whatever. I don't know what you are. Yes, Jamaica is predominantly Christian. We all understand that. I'm Christian. I feel like we all are Christians right here. That's our belief system. However, separate and apart from that, Rastafarianism has been embedded in Jamaica's culture since forever. Some of our most talented, our most celebrated celebrities, icons, are Rastafarians. Now, for you to say that you agree with this ruling because lice, you're protecting your child from lice. And so are you saying that only Rastafarian people can have lice?
I would like you to read the comment.
No, that is prejudice. Please keep your hands out of your head while you're
Can I please continue?
no, hold on.
Listen.
No, don't say anything. Let me address him because
I touch it the whole night.
you're not. First of all, you're not gonna pull anybody out of who they are at this point. And I don't know what your agenda is tonight on this live. And I don't really care what it is. We are having a very constructive conversation about somebody's religion. I don't know what you know about that culture. I don't know what you know about Rastafarianism. Guys, stop. I don't know what you know about any of that. And I don't know why you're attacking people on here for touching their hair. We can do whatever we want. It is our hair, it's our hands. That is our prerogative. If you have lice in your head, I'm sorry. I do apologize for your struggle that you have had, but please go seek treatment. And do not try to come on here and demonize Rastafarianism. I am absolutely listen. No, Christopher, I had to address it because you can't come on here and talk about somebody's religion and try to demonize it, saying that Rastafarians have lice. Are you a Rastafarian? Do you have lice? I don't understand what your point is.
I'm a hairstylist, and any hair that you don't treat or care, you can have dandruff or whatever. So it doesn't matter if you're a Rastafarian, you're a bald, you cream your hair, you wear weave. If it's on your head too long and you don't wash it, you're gonna have dandruff and all of that. So with that said, don't try to put Rastafarians out there. There are people and they choose to wear their hair like that. Same as if we choose to wear wigs or we choose to wear natural hair, that is our business.
100%. It's just disheartening that somebody would come and try to demonize an entire, it's just as relevant as Christianity. It's just as relevant as Muslim. The only difference is they grow their hair. Yeah. They grow their hair, and that's a part of their culture. And irrespective of what my belief is, I'm not a Rastafarian, but irrespective of that, I want to respect somebody else's belief. And I'm not going to say, oh, you have lice because you have locks. So Damon Crawford has lice. Okay, he spreads it in Parliament. I guess that's what we're saying now, if that's how we're going to do it. But Marley at the face of Jamaica. So them not to try style Rasta. Them use Rasta to promote our country to tourism.
It's only convenient when...
So I want the problem again. The last argument now go work. Oh Jesus, I tell you boy. Black people don't have lice, period. Here should never be an issue for us Jamaicans. That's our lover, tourism. True tourism mashup, them no one Rasta no. That is so true. Oh my God, guys, that just got heated for a moment. You're so patient and accommodated. Tell the man and woman to get off the show with rights, come responsibility.
I bet you one of them did dip on the court.
So true.
Somebody like that person was on the high court.
That is so true. But I feel like, honestly, guys, I feel like whoever comes on this platform and has an opinion about something, I believe that it is all right to educate them on what they're trying to speak on, because clearly that person is uneducated about lice and about the culture, about Rastafarianism, about here in general. Clearly they're not educated on that. So I think it is our responsibility to shed some light on
but when last have you heard about lice epidemic? Or I know in the 80s or so there was lots of that going on in schools, but for how many years now I've not heard people with lice and stuff like that.
I mean, my problem is lice exists, okay, but it's not fair to blame it on a particular section.
Exactly.
It's not okay.
Can we also talk about the fact that nobody was talking about that? Where that come from?
Lies, right? We're talking about the
Talking
locks.
about
His statement came
He or
out.
she.
Well,
Whatever it is.
that person, they gender neutral, they made a comment saying that that's one of the reasons why they should not have Rastafarians in school, because they carry lice and stuff
They
like that.
also misrepresented what the Prime Minister said on a public platform. So congratulations.
I mean, I applaud the Prime Minister for coming out. He made a
quickly.
he made a politically correct statement.
Very quickly.
Stated today,
which is expected.
I'm glad you said it.
I just hope that there is some follow through.
Some backative.
Yeah. I hope this child can go to school
without fearing harassment.
Exactly. From the kids, from the teachers. I hope this, and honestly, to be honest with you guys, if I was that child's parent, I would change schools.
Yeah.
100%. I would change schools. And it's sad to say, but there's going to be a stigma attached to that child right now. Because now it is public. Now everybody knows.
Well, as Kayla said earlier, once you put in the child name and you Google it, she come up, her face, everything.
Her picture. Family picture.
Which is so sad. But yeah, guys, I really hope that something is done about this and this child can go to school without fear of being stigmatized. And any Rastafarian child can go to school without facing the stigma. The school is like, oh, I don't want you at this school. I hope that is not our future. The principal is an old witch listener. I will be one of the first to be holding a placard if they refuse the child from going to school. Like I said, I want to see the celebrities come out like how they came out for Black Lives Matter in Jamaica, even though we weren't directly affected in Jamaica by Black Lives Matter, but we all cared about George. The Bounty,
all of them,
the Spice, we so vocal out here.
Because I love me some
I want to hear Spice come out and talk about this. She was very vocal about Black Lives Matter. I want to hear Spice talk about it. I want to hear Bounty Killer come out and talk about it. Listen, all the Rastafarians, I want to hear Capleton come out of the mountains, come talk about it. I want Coffee to have, these are the people that need to be at the forefront of this fight. Because this should not even be a ruling.
Can you imagine how that child feels now?
Traumatized.
Somebody said, I think the mom should homeschool for this semester until this settles down.
If they can afford to.
Because it's very traumatic for the child. Honestly, this child is going to have so much to deal with now. Like, this child's mental health is now at risk. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much that this child, this 7-year-old, has to process. It's so much bigger than just the hair, guys. Like, this is such an impact on that child, and I don't think a lot of people see that. Even that person that was on here, do you think about the child in the situation? Like, do you have kids? As a parent, do you know what that does to a parent?
Even if you don't have children,
you should have a heart. You should have a heart. This is a child.
Like, come on, guys. And then you come on a platform like this and you have those harsh words when we're talking about a child. We're not talking about a grown adult that can't get a job at a Rastafarian. That's a different conversation. We're talking about a 7-year-old child that is denied access to education because of the locks. Like, that's ridiculous on every level.
And you're very quiet now.
I guess he got scared. Or maybe he went to treat the lice. I don't know.
Maybe that's why I can talk so much about it, right?
There's a lot of experience about lice. I'd like to see his research where he researched that all Rastafarians have lice.
No, maybe
I'd really like to see that research.
He knows the treatment and everything. He's been through it. So
we need to we really need to be sensitive to these things, guys. And we wanted to talk about it on this platform because this is the little that we can do to contribute to this conversation. This is us protesting what is happening back home. This is us taking a stand. This is us bringing awareness to this topic. And we wanted to put it on our platform so that people can start making some noise. Like, we need to stand up as a people and fight for what is right. Freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of practicing whatever religion you choose without judgment. That is what we stand for. And that is what our culture represents, out of many one people. So not just uptown people can be Rasta and go school. Downtown people can go school too with locks. Middle class, everybody should be able to have the same opportunity.
To go to school without being harassed and discriminated against. I really don't see how that is a problem.
Somebody mentioned the queen wigs again. DJ Infrared said they need to get rid of the queen's wigs that these judges and councils are wearing. Somebody mentioned it before as well. Tell them, what is it? Okay. The whole thing embarrassing. Them have the Yankee. Them have the Yankee. Them are a bantan with. What? I can't read patois, y'all. See with me. Them can't believe that them something they are going to Jamaica. Oh Jesus! Like it's sad, guys, but nonetheless, happy Emancipation Day. And this is where we get to really express whether we are emancipated or not. This is a time that we need to stand up for what is right and what is just. There's no reason why anybody should be denied access to education because of their religion, or even if it's not their religion, because they choose to wear locks. It's groomed, it's covered, and I think that's all should be required.
Bob Marley said, get up, stand up for your rights.
Emancipate yourself from mental slavery.
That's the only rule that if they said it needs to be properly groomed and covered.
Which
from the picture. So that's what I'm saying. And you can say that it needs to be properly kept. It needs to,
because
you can say that.
Yeah, like
because they said that with everyone's hair.
The picture looked like her hair was in a cane or something.
It was gorgeous. The little girl is gorgeous.
You can say that, but when people make a big spectacle about this, and then the child, like I said, my concern is also for the child's mental health, because everybody know who this 7-year-old is now.
From yard guffering.
Exactly. You're the one that took the school to court because you couldn't go with your hair. You know what I mean? And it can go so right or it can go so wrong. So it can affect her positively or it can be negatively impactful.
I applaud the parent though to go the full extent that they went to court, but the only thing is that they didn't get the justice that they deserve. But I applaud them and their braveness, because to be out there like that, not everybody's going to do that. Mm-hmm. But at least they stand up and they represent for what they believed in. How many people is going to do that?
Right. And, big ups to Isaac. I know Isaac. Big up to him for actually taking on this case and running with this case for 2 years. You know what I mean? That's a lot of time for a lawyer to be spending on one case. But he has been doing a lot of human rights case. And big up to Isaac. Big up yourself for doing this.
Buchanan.
Yeah, Isaac Buchanan. Big up yourself. He's a legend's son. He's I don't know if you know, but Big Youth. Like back in the day, he was like this big thing in dancehall reggae. And he's also a Rastafarian. Newsflash. And so is Isaac. Newsflash. So Rasta representing Rasta. Who don't like it? Sorry. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. That was a topic. Like I said, this is our way of making noise, bringing awareness to this. And I want to see the celebrities stand up for this. You stood up for Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that.
Rasta ear matter too. So let us
all ear matter.
Let's stand up for this, stand up for what is right, and let's make some noise. And no child should be denied access to education because of their religion, because of how they groom their hair. As long as it's properly groomed and it's covered, you should have no problem. If Muslims can wear hijab, Rastafarian can wear their hair. 100%. So let's stand together on this, guys, and spread the awareness out there. Yeah, and that's it from us tonight. Right?
Happy Emancipation.
Happy
Jamaica.
Emancipation Day to all our Jamaican listeners, whether you're in Jamaica or you are here. In Kenya, there was a similar case last year, and the court ruled in favor of the child wearing locks to school. What you know about back in the day, like a girl. Listen, Christopher, I know songs and I know artists. But yeah, guys, big ups, thanks for tuning in, and see you guys again next week, Saturday. Hopefully nothing as traumatic as this is happening in the news. Hopefully, yeah. Thank you for our listeners. Some don't know, big up yourself. Infrared, big up yourself. Katie, big up yourself. Flames Closet that just joined, big up yourself. Christopher, big up yourself. Everybody, dancehall lover, all the Gosling, thank you guys for passing through. Everybody, and Howard, thank you for coming through and blessing us with your comments. Much appreciated. And I hope you get that situation sorted. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. What is it doing?
The orange in broadcast.